The Laud-Lies-Laud-Sandwich. Welcome to today's topic, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Coach Tobias Forst, founder of Achilles Life Coaching, decade-long recipient of narcissistic abuse, and I've saved myself from it. And I will support you on your journey to your personal freedom. So today we will go through the topic of the Triple L sandwich. Laud meaning praise, the Laud-Lies-Laud-Sandwich. A communication strategy that aims at delivering a gaslighty message, a manipulative content in order for you to change your behavior or your self-perception in some way, shape or form. So the structure of today's video will be in 4 parts. First of all, we will discuss in number 1 a concrete example. Number 2, we will deal with the analysis and the intent behind it, behind the Triple L sandwich. Number 3, the reasons as to why it is so effective until now, because you're here to learn. And number 4, the takeaways, can you glean from and extrapolate from this video for your personal life and behavioral strategies. So let's get right into it. Imagine the following setting. You are at a table in a business environment and you have successfully completed a hard and tough, complex project, and the reports of the project by your hand were delivered to certain people who are all at this table right now, and it's time for feedback to your project by these people. Now here comes a Jeff or a Jessica and gives his or her 2 cents in this feedback round to you. Imagine the following verbal response. I tip my hat to you, sir or madame, how you've completed this project. It's a truly impressive display of proficiency. Thank you very much. I haven't read the entire report, but I must say that it probably would have been a bit more prudent to outsource the process of data gathering to an intern, because that would have left more time for you to deal with the proper finishing touch if you just had a bit more time. At certain points it appeared to be, shall we say, rushed. But this will work out. Don't worry. It'll be fine. And thank you for your valuable contribution. Thanks. So what happened? What truly happened? What was the intent? Let's analyze it bit by bit. Let's go through section number 1 of the Triple L. The first laud, the first praise phase. Tip of the hat. The almost honorable way of addressing you. Impressive display of proficiency, blah, blah, blah. It's about validating you. It's about almost the quality of adulation. But then, because we're fast eaters, there comes the lies part. And this is where they try to hit home. Haven't read it in its entirety. Meaning that your work really didn't deserve the 22 minutes to a project that took you 3.5 weeks, but it doesn't deserve the 22 minutes to read the entirety of the report of Jeff's or Jessica's life. It's just not that important, but thank you very much. It would have been more prudent. Apparently what you produced here wasn't really that prudent, now was it? Otherwise someone else couldn't really say that. Something else would have been more prudent. And maybe you just haven't thought it through in its entirety, and maybe you're just a little bit stupid. That's the intent behind it. To externalize the data analysis, data gathering process to an intern This was core work for your project, data gathering. Everybody and their mother knows it. But apparently it's that simple that a junior, not even junior level entry person at this company could have really done it. And that would have left more time for you for the finishing touch. That means it's really a bit unbeautiful, not really good to look at. The final form seems to be lacking something. If only you had had more time. And maybe even a bit amateurish on your part. Of course, all on your part. Who else? Well, shall we say, the magical word being we. Who's we when Jeff and Jessica is talking? It's Jeff or Jessica talking. It's him or her. It's not a we. But the aim of the we is to present you as being socially isolated. Verbally, he or she tries to establish a frame where you feel like whatever Jeff or Jessica is delivering right now is seen in the very same way by everybody else at this table, which is complete bonkers, of course, but this is the way they present it in a very usually solemn voice, and don't forget the smiles on their faces. Seems a bit rushed. Apparently you weren't master of the situation. Otherwise you wouldn't have had the need to rush it, now would you? But that can't be the last part of the message. The Laud-Lies-Laud-Sandwich, the triple L, needs the third L. And here we come to, don't worry, it'll be fine, to console you, to establish an imbalance between Jeff and Jessica and you, with you allegedly looking up to them and with them allegedly looking down upon you. Imagine metaphorically the following. What he or she is trying here is metaphorically push you down on the shoulder while reaching or extending the other hand to you and telling you, come up, come up to my level. And the thank you and the smiles. It's of course gratitude and validation at the very end. Now, reasons as to why the Triple L sandwich is effective against you. The first Laud part is aimed at emotionally opening you up. Opening you up for what exactly? For being a much better recipient for the gaslighty and lies-filled message that comes thereafter. Your interlocutor smiles, talks politely, almost fatherly or motherly to you. And the signal is clear, it is positive, it shows a complete lack of conflict, it displays complete harmony. Now the lies part. Imagine this is the state, the positive, emotionally open state you're in, and you're keen on receiving feedback to your report, to the tip of the iceberg that is your project, that has been your project for the past 3.5 weeks. The lies are aimed at sowing confusion in you, and you are very confused because the next words in the lies part don't really match up at all with what you've just heard at the beginning, becoming more complicated by the mere fact that the tone is the same, the visual expression is the same throughout the entirety of the Triple L sandwich. And now, the true message. This is the one that needs to hit home, that needs to be inceived in your mind, that needs to be put there. And this is diminishing your self-worth and your belief in your skills, maybe even your role, maybe even your belonging to this company or not. It's gaslighting. It's filled with making you doubt reality. You are to believe that you are nothing and Jeff or Jessica is everything. They're from a different department. They have nothing to do with the project that you just delivered. They don't even know the ins and outs of what you had to do. They don't even bring the skills, but they act as if even that is among their skill set, because the false god knows everything and is capable of anything and everything. A narcissist's way of building up and maintaining their own image always requires diminishing somebody else's image. It's like a seesaw. The narcissist's image can only rise if yours is somehow made to fall. And last but not least, for the lies part of the Triple L sandwich, it very often happens in front of an audience, which leaves a chance for you, but this will be part of a different video, how to expose a narcissist in front of a group, but this is something else for some other time. And now that we've just apparently consumed 2 of the 3 L's, now L number 3, Laud number 2, the very end of the sandwich, is aimed at lowering your resistance and your will to verbally react. And it is delivered with a smile and with a very solemn tone of voice. What are your takeaways, ladies and gentlemen? A polite tone does not mean polite intent. The Laud-Lies-Laud-Sandwich, the Triple L, you can look at it, you can sniff it, but at no point, at any time, are you compelled or obligated or forced to eat this shit. Be your own hero and be your own heroine. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.